Hi everyone, we are going to show you about Bokashi and how it works and what it is and all of that. So basically, Bokashi is a probiotic with millions of microorganisms inside. How it works is you combine it with your food waste, and then the moisture in the food waste activates these beneficial microorganisms. This starts an anaerobic process without air, and Bokashi takes away any foul odors, and it makes it easily absorbed soil food. So the end result will be a mass of pickled or fermented waste that you can throw either in a compost heap or use directly into your soil. So what we'll do is we'll show you how it works. So you'll get a bin like this. The bin has got a strainer inside, because some of your fruits and vegetables generate a liquid that you can use as a fertilizer in the garden. So you're going to take a handful of Bokashi and throw it right there on the strainer. I've got a little container that I keep at home where I throw in all my daily kitchen waste. So you can literally throw in all your kitchen waste in there, right at the bottom. You can throw in your bones, small bones, throw in some eggshells, coffee grounds. You can even throw in fats that you've cut off, or even chicken skin. You can throw in citrus, you can throw in onions, literally all cooked foods, dairy, fish, anything that you had at home can go into the bin. You're always going to take a handful of Bokashi on top of it, and you're going to keep your bin closed. It's very important only to open the bin once a day and to always make sure it is properly closed. So you're going to take your daily kitchen waste, throw it in there, handful of Bokashi. Tomorrow again, daily kitchen waste, handful of Bokashi, throw it in there until it's layered. Once it's full, you're going to write the date on here so that you know when your 2-week fermentation process is starting. From about 3 to 4 weeks into the process, your bin will start to produce a Bokashi juice. That juice can be tapped here from the bottom. I'll just show you. You can dilute it 1 to 100 for your lawn or for your vegetable gardens, 1 to 300 for pot plants and for gardens, 1 to 500 for succulents, and 1 to 1,000 for sensitive plants. Don't fertilize fynbos, it does not want to be fertilized. So you're going to take about 1 teaspoon per 1.5 liters of water. So if you want to use a watering can, you're going to use about 7 teaspoons into your watering can. Your watering can with water, and then it's ready to be used. You can use the fertilizer on the soil, never spray directly on the leaves or on the flowers, because it will actually burn the plants. So after the 2 weeks your bin is fermented, then you'll open it up. It will have a vinegary or pickled smell to it. It must never ever smell rotten. If it's got mold on, white mold is perfect. White mold means it suppresses pathogens. It will bind in the soil once the fermented food is in the soil. Just as long as you don't have black or blue or green type of mold, that's your bad mold. If it does happen to you and your bin is smelling, you can try to add some extra Bokashi on top to try and revive the bin. If it still doesn't, still smelling and rotten, then you can dig a trench about 30 centimeters and deeper. Throw your food in there, cover with soil, and leave it for a minimum of 2 months to break down. Remember, rotting is a normal, natural process. Got a few options with your fermented food waste. The one is you can use it in a worm farm. So you're going to introduce it to the worms slowly. A tablespoon of food waste in the one corner covered with some wet newspaper. A week later another tablespoon of fermented food waste. A week later another one, and slowly you introduce your worms to the fermented food waste. The other option is you can use it in your compost heap. So you put it right in the middle of the compost heap, cover with lots and lots of brown material, Keep your compost heap like that for 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks continue with your normal composting, mixing it, putting lots of air into it, throwing water, and so you can use your compost. Later, another alternative is to use it directly into the soil. So dig a trench of about 20 to 30 centimeters deep, throw your fermented food waste in there, cover with soil, and then leave it for 2 weeks for the pH levels to settle. After the 2 weeks you can plant vegetables, flowers, trees, and it will give it nutrients for months and months to come. The last option is you're more than welcome to bring it to the Somerset West Village Garden, where we will turn it into Bokashi compost and use it in our lovely gardens. We'll show you how the Bokashi composting works here at the Somerset West Village Garden now. Community garden, we use these drums. We open them at the bottom, and then we throw in existing compost about 10 centimeters. Henny gets donated fermented kitchen waste from the community. We take that fermented kitchen waste and we throw it inside the drums. And then we throw existing compost on it about 10 centimeters deep. After about a minimum of 6 weeks, we take out the Bokashi compost from the bins, and then we start using it in the garden. So I'm getting it ready because we want to go and plant with it. Henny is preparing the garden now for the Bokashi. There was a root crop in here, so now he's preparing it for a leaf crop. He's going to throw the Bokashi compost right into the bed. So we're going to take the Bokashi compost and throw it into the soil. Now we will mix the Bokashi compost with the soil.